Good afternoon, Tuesday, 7th of July 2020. Good afternoon from Europe. Good morning, good evening, guys, wherever we are. Piotr here is Light Forex Global YouTube channel, and US cash market is open. So, as usual, we are going to check first 5-minute trading range. We are going to check if there is anything we can try to build a plan on, if there is any kind of the nice setup from the intraday perspective. Okay, so that's the open, that's the high for now, and that's the low for now. The only thing is I have to make some changes, the usual stuff. Visible on 1 and 5 minutes only. Okay, nothing's gonna happen with the cash open. Okay, so we ready. Nothing extraordinary when it comes to the calendar, guys. So well, it could be market could focus on the COVID data from the US, for example, right? Or we might get something we don't know about yet, right? When it comes to the calendar, we have just the one FOMC member, Quarles, speaks later today during the second part of the US session. So nothing really extraordinary. So when it comes to the Nasdaq, we've seen that huge monster rally yesterday. There is a possibility to see higher levels. We also discussed that. The weekly open, so yesterday low, weekly open, that's the probable support, unless we are going to make some fireworks. Somewhere here, right? As you can see, we detected some equal waves yesterday, and the pullback after the last one, after the market, the pullback was much bigger than what we previously seen, right? So that might be something cooking. Anyway, still have the space to revisit higher levels, right? And well, the trend line here. Working for now, so we will see. Well, any kind of the failure based on the waves, equal waves, I might try to use as an opportunity to try to trade maybe the long, the short side. The long side, I got here the base from yesterday on the cash market. And because of this falling wave was bigger than what we've seen previously here, or here, right? It might be that we are going to have one-to-one, right? So we might hit some stops somewhere here around 10,650-ish, and we might see another pullback, right? Because if that's not gonna be one-to-one, but the wave equal to what we've seen previously, okay, that could be completely different story. So watching for now. Let's switch back to the 1 minute chart. Last minute of the first 5-minute trading range. Looks like the range is quite wide. Got the chance to be even wider. For now already we have like 50 points, goodies. So if you are watching this 50, so we have like 50, double the 50 more or less 100 points to the downside when it comes to this possible demand from yesterday. Quiet, low, too low. It could be too low. Oh, it might be 1-to-1. Wait. I have to do that differently. Yeah, it could be 1-to-1 of that opening range. We'll see. We will see. And it also could be the equal wave to the upside in that case. That's interesting because it's to the downside. It's almost the demand from yesterday to be up to the upside, stop hunt and equal wave based on what we discussed and seen yesterday. That's interesting. Okay, so at the very beginning I know exactly what I want to do when it comes to the Nasdaq. Either I'm going to try to buy a deeper pullback, right, or I'm going to skip the possibility of 1-to-1, and if we are going to hit the stops based on the Tokyo session moving a little bit higher with the rejection, I'm going to try to trade this type of the setup towards this demand. So that's how I see the Nasdaq for now. Let's have a look what we have on the Australian dollar, because during the Tokyo session and during the European session, Aussie was almost doing what was what we agreed that is gonna to do post RBA. If we are going to add into that 6 weeks of new lockdown for Melbourne, that's quite interesting. For now, when it comes to the Aussie dollar, for now, nice rejection around the weekly open. So some sellers, late sellers, are forced to cover for now. All right, so let's have a look what we have, because I still think we hit the stops, right? We might see lower levels. What levels I'm talking about when it comes to the lower levels? This latest weakness, right? That's what we discussed pre-RBA, if you remember the video. Somewhere close to 67, 66.50. That's what I'm eventually looking for when it comes to the Australian dollar. All right. So, well, it could be this type. Sorry, it could be this type of the correction. Let's check. Exactly. That's why we are trying to build. Upper shadow, or it could be this type of the rally, right? In both cases, I've checked this before the video. In both cases, we are about to hit some important levels, right? In both cases, we are going to hit important levels. So with the first scenario, we are going to hit the previous demand which been broken. So, well, I do believe it should work as a supply. So, well, from the intraday perspective, I may look for selling opportunity on Aussie between here and 70, 75. What is 75? It's also that's this wave, right? And also it's the Tokyo stop count, right? It's a Tokyo stop count here. It's a Tokyo stop count. Okay, so that's good. That's good that we spotted. Let's get back to the Nasdaq for a second, because it's getting immediately lower, and I haven't seen any news, at least for now. So going to check. Maybe they're going to get back straight into this demand. We'll see. And last two, euro dollar. Upper shadows are still bears around, right? Yesterday, today. Weekly open and then yearly open as a possible demand when it comes to the buyers. So let's switch to the 1 hour chart. We've seen the break of the latest demand, yesterday demand. From here, we've seen the rally, very similar to what we have on the Aussie dollar Right now we are retesting with the stop count the zone, right? And well, dollar might get beat here, get back beat here again, right? It's quite important because I've been thinking that this might hold, right? And it hold for a second, right? Now get back into the supply, retesting the levels related to the left side of the chart here, here, retest after the breakdown, right? So quite significant development. I'm looking for selling opportunity on the euro dollar. And the last one is a cable, all right? Looks like cable, the bulls were able to fight and they are holding weekly open. So sellers been forced to cover. We have some stop count. If I spotted the waves correctly, right, we have some possibility to hit more stops and retest 25.70. Watching because I like 25.15, 25.25. If we are going to make some nice run to the downside from here immediately and get back below 25, I might start to rethink the strategy. Anyway, that's how I see the things. Dollar got the chance to get back into the game. Nice retest of the bottom of the first 5-minute trading range on the Nasdaq, going back again. Well, the trading plan is in place. Follow the rules, follow the plan, do your own research, do your own homework. Be careful when it comes to the exposure. Guys, don't be trapped, and see you around. Take care and goodbye.